Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Zelda Randomizer Pentaforce Tournament Race. Tonight, we've got Matrick versus drjayphd here in our Swiss stages. My name is The Shades, and joining me shortly will be Norestra. However, he is running a little bit behind, but don't worry, folks, he will be here soon enough to get this race, to join me in this amazing race up here. I've seen both these guys in action before, and I'm looking forward to seeing both of them run an amazing run here tonight. So we'll be seeing these guys shortly. Running through. Remember, folks, 5 Triforces required. But other than that, it's pretty simple setup here. Easy start swap. Ganon is required. Important items will be located in Stage 9. So we got a lot of interesting things that could happen here. I'm looking forward to seeing these two runners here in action here. It's been a while since I've been doing the Zelda 1 race, so I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys have to offer. And ladies and gentlemen, the signal has been given. So, ladies and gentlemen of Hyrule, I have one question for you at this time. Are you ready for some rando? Let's see where our two runners start off with and what items will be found along the way. This should be interesting. It should be exciting. And here we go. Starting off right at the coast. We're going to head straight up. And we're going to see... Oh, silver arrows says the item. That is not a good start. That means ladder is required for this run. So both of our runners are going to head off now. Again, the first thing they're going to look for is a sword. Prep wooden sword minimum. But if they can find a white sword easily, they might pick that up. We still don't know what the Armos item is yet, so we'll be on the lookout for that. And starting off, early take any room there. Early heart container for Dr. J. Not going to take the candle early on. Pretty interesting. Want to see if that comes back to haunt him later or if that ends up being in his benefit. All right, so both of our runners searching for hidden locations. Oh, we've already found Stage 8. Interesting start there. Stage 8 very early on here in this race. We'll see if that is going to... we're going to have to see how that comes into play later. Oh, Magic's going to go ahead and do an early dip here. A bit of a risk. Not sure if that's going to... Oh, we've got Raft on the Armos item. That should be interesting. All right, so still on the hunt for a sword. We found level 7 as well. We'll have to see if that comes into play. And I'm willing to bet that was a whammy room there, como estas? So not much going to be gained out of that. But Magic's still trying to dig early. Wants to hope they can find an early item room. Maybe they can get themselves an advantage. It's going to be risky. Level 8 is usually a very hard level, a very large dungeon with a lot of potential here. If they can get through this, this could come into their benefit if they can get an early item. And they got a spiral staircase. If they can get around that, that'd be interesting. And another whammy room there for Dr. J. Not much found. Oh, found level 1. Now that might be worth a dip. Guaranteed item, 2 items in here. One of them going to be on the ground, one of them in a staircase. This could be a good play here for Dr. J, especially if it's a big item like the white sword. Not going to be able to check this room easily. They're going to have to do the block glitch. But unfortunately, no luck there for Matrick, only finding a transport staircase here in level 8. Still hunting for items. Oh, found the compass, so we might get an early Triforce run. A swordless Triforce run. Not something you see very often if you can help it. Oh, and Matrick taking her first death of the race. Not surprising. Pretty early on. It looks like Dr. J is going to up an A out of there. Not going to want to put up with that anymore until they have a weapon of some kind. Did not see exactly where level 1, I believe, was in the upper right. I think at the secret location, the very upper right of the map. Oh, Dig Dogger there in level 8. Not fun. Dr. J going to check near start here. Finds a bomb shop. 27 rupees for a bomb. Not too bad. Ugh, but a pretty expensive blue ring. I doubt we'll be seeing that picked up here today. Again, the goal of these runners is to find a sword. Now, the sword is going to be in an open cave, meaning you do not need any means to access it. Ooh, bit of a risk there as he goes to vanilla level 2. And he's going to get himself a heart container. Not too bad. Ooh, Dr. J going to check out the waterfall cave. Oh, finds a money-making game. Not what he's looking for. The hunt is on. Where is that sword? Oh, upper waterfall cave. Couldn't quite make it. 145 for the big secret. That is nice. That is near max right there. We're definitely not going to have too much trouble with money this seed, and he's going to immediately pick up those wooden arrows. We already know where the silvers are, but maybe a while before we see the ladder, so if they get the bow early, that could be a good play there by Matrick, getting those. Now, for Dr. J, he's been without a candle for a while, considering he's had at least one opportunity to grab one. He missed it, or he passed it up. That could come into play for him later. We'll have to see if that ends up costing him if he can't get to any particular secret spots. Trying to get past this red Lionel here so he can check this upper path. Matrick about to find his way into level 1. Oh, we got another secret. 33 for the medium secret. Not very good, but those big secrets should make up for it. I don't think it's going to hurt him that badly. They're going to have to be a little careful with their money, but not super careful. I think they should be okay. Matrick now trying to get into that staircase, but again, he's got to avoid all the enemies here, and he doesn't really have any way to fight them off aside from the blue candle, which can only be used once. But he gets in, and he gets the bow. What a play by Matrick, getting the bow right away at level 1. Big play for Matrick. That means he now has a weapon. It's going to be a limited weapon since it uses rupees, so he's going to watch his rupee count here. But he now has a way to beat enemies. What a play by Matrick. That is huge. Looks like it's going to be a potion shop there at start. Now, it's not going to be Shapes Dungeons here, so we're going to be seeing standardized dungeons. But that could still come into play here. There's another medium secret there for Dr. J. Question, Matrick bought them after he got that big secret earlier. He went to the nearby shop and bought them. So and I mentioned that earlier. That was a bit of a gamble, but not too big. But it immediately paid off, getting the bow immediately afterward. That was a really lucky play there by Matrick. Oh, Wizrobes and Gorillas, not a good combination there for Matrick. Oh, and 2 rupees for the small secret. That is a jip. I'm not going to say this is a poverty seed. That big secret pretty much nullifies that idea, but the medium secret is not very large, and that small secret is ridiculous. All right. So right now, Matrick going to take that bow, and he's going to start digging around. He's looking for the other item. We know it's going to be on the ground. Oh, take to death. And Dr. J finding level 5 at the Armo statues there. What I like to call the danger zone, because it is very difficult to get through there, even with just Octoroks. It is a pain. So not what he was hoping for there. Finds another secret. There's his big secret. That's going to help. And Patrick will get his first Triforce of the run here in level 1. Nicely done. Very early run here for Matrick. He's already starting to steal this race. Oh, and it looks like it was a whammy there for Dr. J, but he was able to up A out of there before it took too much of his money. He's going to go ahead and buy himself a blue candle. He's got more than enough rupees to do it, so not a bad call in his book. There's a medium secret there for Matrick. So the goal right now, once again, we are still looking for the wooden sword. That sword has eluded them thus far. Once they find that, this seed will open up wide. And we find level 6. Wow, a lot of the dungeons very close to each other here in the northwest coast area. And ladies and gentlemen, joining me at this time is my co-commentator, Norastra. Nora, how we doing?
Doing good. How's this race started off?
Very interesting. Matrick bought himself a set of arrows early and then found the bow in level 1.
Well, that's a great find.
Absolutely. Still looking on the... Neither of our runners have found a wood sword yet, but we found quite a few of the dungeons already, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
That's definitely not a bad thing. I know we've seen a lot of these races where knowing where your dungeons are is almost more important than having that sword.
Absolutely. And it looks like Dr. J gonna head into vanilla level 5 and just a whammy. Matrick now trying to work his way through level 6. Only has arrows and bombs to work with. But he's getting some bombs off of those drops there. Unfortunately, he does not have a key, so he's going to have to exit out from there, unfortunately. And Dr. J gonna head up to vanilla level 2. I don't believe there was much there, so he's not gonna find anything. But again, the hunt is still on. Where is that wood sword? Oh, Dr. J taking a death. All right, so it's about 15 rupees for a whammy, now that I've kind of been able to count that out. So not too big of a hit there. That's going to make it a little easier to deal with those. What do we got here? Oh, and another 15 down the drain. Actually, no, it was more than that. It was 20. Because they just went to 0. My mistake. Boom, there's level 7.
Not necessarily what you want to find without a wood sword or, we've got arrows, but no money to fire them, so...
Yeah, that's
probably want to get out of here.
Yeah, well, no, he's going to dig in. He's got bombs, so we can take out these dark nuts.
Did a great job getting these dark nuts to cooperate. It's a bomb drop and door.
Yeah, gets his bombs back. Oh, and a shoot room. Thankfully, he doesn't have to deal with anything just yet. Oh, and a dig dogger. Just what you want to see. Now, Dr. J has not found the bow. He has not been able to really dig into level 1, so he's still on the hunt for that. Ooh, and we may have found the Triforce early here. He just got to take out, it looks like Pole's voices, maybe?
Yeah, those look like Pole's voice. Without any money, that's not going to be a fun room.
No. Oh, but Dr. J has found level 2. Now, this might be worth a dig, because if he can find the item on the ground, that could be a big play for him.
And Matrick finds that there is no staircase there, but there are dark nuts.
Gotta love it.
Oh, those were Dragon Dark saying those were Vires. Okay, definitely hard to tell with these sprites, but we'll do our best.
Yeah, most of the custom sprites I've been able to discern, but there's a couple of them I have not been. So apologies, folks. Yeah, it was either going to be Pole's voices or Vires, so I was close. All right, so Matrick going to once again try, and he's got to give him credit. He's being very brave digging through level 7 without really any sustainable weapon. Oh, and another take-any room there for Dr. J. Get himself another heart container.
Well, he's even out of bombs now, so just that blue candle to his name and 6 rupees.
Yeah, and with those fires, those arrows, I don't think 6 rupees is going to be enough for those fires, because I'm pretty sure regular arrows do split them up. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. There's some bombs. He might have a chance at this now. Oh, and is that a stopwatch there? I think it is. He can grab that and time himself right. He can get it. And that's going to be Triforce number 2 for Matrick. Very impressive.
Dr. J is going to go venture into vanilla level 1.
And there's the wood sword!
So almost 15 minutes in, we get our first sword pickup.
But still, that means this race has begun to open up. So now he can really start digging into dungeons. He might consider going back to level 1, because if he knew what was there, he'd be gunning for it, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. You get the sword if the enemy set's not too bad. Diving into 1's always a great play, even if you don't know what's in it.
Yeah. The other thing they're going to be on the lookout for, I forgot to mention this earlier, ladder is required because the coast item is the silver arrows.
Oh, that's good to know. That's, better than going all the way into 9 and going, oh, Zelda's in a moat room. Oh, this is a problem.
Yeah. Plus, skipping items in later dungeons and then realizing, oh, I passed up the silver arrows, that's never a good sign. So knowing where it is early is pretty good information. Oh, and Matrick using the upper GUI screen trick, gonna be skipping a lot of areas there very quickly.
Shades, I know this is your first out of the Pinnaforce tournament, if I remember correctly. How much of this have you seen, and what are your thoughts on the flag set, only needing 5 Triforces and the options that gives you?
I haven't seen much of it, unfortunately. I've been busy with a lot of other stuff, but the idea does sound interesting to me. Kind of giving them options, giving them some extra strategies. Giving them the idea of, do I really need to go through this dungeon? Do I really have to dig through all of this trouble just for a Triforce I don't need? Where I can get elsewhere? It opens up some possibilities. I mean, I've seen similar stuff in Battle Royales, so it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. There's a take any room for Matrix that brings him up to 5 hearts. Dr. J, if he finds the white sword item, could be in good shape because he is guaranteed to get whatever is hiding there. But one thing I've noticed here is we have not seen much digging into the west side of Hyrule. Most of our digging's been on the east side, so I'm wondering if there's something over there that they passed up.
Oh, we found most of our dungeons already, so there's not much need to go over there.
True, but there's still always white, like I said, white sword item could be something important. Could be that all-important ladder they're looking for.
Could also be the banana.
It could also be the banana. That's very true. Dr. J now going to make his dip into level 1. If he can get through here, he can get his bow. He's going to be very happy that he went back for this.
The question chat from Mr. Smokes. Digging 1 is always good. It has 2 items, and it's also one of the smallest dungeons. Digging 8 is one of those where you kind of have to make the decision, depending on where you are in the seed and what you know. Digging 8, if you find it early, yes, go ahead. If you find it late, you may have other options. Digging 9, in some instances, especially if you have 5 Triforces, is almost more rewarding because you map it.
Yeah, very true. It's a 50-50 thing with 8, but 1 and 2, I definitely see 1 definitely, and even 2 is probably an easy check because, again, short dungeon, and even if you don't have a sword, the item's on the ground, there's a good chance you'll find it. All right, Matrick now heading into level 5 again. Again, he does not have a sword, so he is going in here pretty unarmed, but he's got plenty of money now, so arrows could be a much easier weapon for him to use at this point. All right, so the question for Oh, never mind. Takes a death. So the question I was going to ask is, what does Dr. J do? Does he go straight for the Triforce, or does he gamble on an item being here? I don't think we've ever saw the other item in one.
I think you dig the item out of one in here. You might pick up the Triforce to refill your health here, being on one heart, but the enemy set doesn't seem too horrible.
Aside from maybe the Gyptos.
Yeah, I would
Speak
consider
of the devil.
I would consider just stealing that Triforce, coming back in here with full health, and dealing with it then. And Matrick finds a give a heart or money, and he's gonna save his money even and get out of that room.
Yeah, he does not want to make that sacrifice play just yet. He wants that money for the arrows, so he's going to hold on to that as long as he can. Check the rest of the dungeons, see if he can get around that sacrifice room. And meanwhile, Dr. J gonna head into. Well, he found 6. He's not gonna head into it yet.
Oh, he's gonna open the door.
He's gonna open the door. The door open trick, and it opened up a bomb hole while he was at it. So double win.
I'm surprised he didn't just go take that Triforce out of one if he was gonna leave. I would have done that. Worst case, you find the recorder somewhere and come back.
Very true.
Especially not knowing 6 was here at the time.
It does not when you had a ton of red dark nuts floating around. Ooh, nice triple hit there and got 2 bomb drops for his troubles. Oh, and dig doggers everywhere here in 5. Let's hope they're not guarding anything, you know, like a Triforce.
Dr. J really needs to take advantage of his time with the wood sword here. The longer he's got the sword, the bigger advantage he could possibly build up, taking out some of these dungeons that Matrick just can't deal with resource-wise.
Very true. Though he's making the use of that bow as best he can, so he's not doing as bad as he could be. I mean, he's already got 2 Triforces ahead of Dr. J here. He's going to use one of his keys and check this locked door. Oh, and he gets a key back from one of the Gyptos. Or maybe not. He's going to have to give up on that idea. He's going to risk losing his other key. Hoping that pays off for him. So who's going to be our next person to find? Ooh, ladder block in 6. And the trap to boot, so he had to FA out of there.
That's always unpleasant to find.
Absolutely. Oh, an easy 5 rupees there for Dr. J. Oh, there's the map there for Matrick. That's nice to find. And hey, some Dodongos.
I mean, in vanilla shapes, the map's considerably less useful, but it can help if you have trouble tracking.
Nope, not a push block there, unfortunately, so no item. Still on the hunt for that. Oh, got a staircase for Matrick. Could this be an item? It is, and it's the white sword!
Oh, that is huge for Matrick right now.
Well, there goes any advantage that Dr. J just had. And not only did Matrick find a sword, but he found a better sword. That is not what Dr. J needed right now. You can see immediately Matrick taking advantage of now having a permanent weapon. Gonna make his job a hell of a lot easier. right, Dr. J now got to search another bomb hole room there. Thankfully, that particular moat is not going to give him any trouble. He just got to get past this bat. Or maybe not. He's going to take his bomb and run.
Patrick's out looking for bombs.
Yeah, well, he got some from that blue Lionel. That's going to help. He's going to heal up over the fairy fountain. So
That's
right
a very
now,
good move.
yeah. So right now, what we really need more than anything else is the ladder. Once we find that, the rest will fall right into place for them. Oh, and Patrick finding level 4 over near the dead woods.
And with that key door there, you step out, step back in, get that to open. Oh, but that looks like Wizrobes.
Wizrobes, a Gorilla, and a Gibdo. Wow, that's lovely. Just walks right in, and there's a Wizrobe ready to say hi. Pretty much unavoidable, that Wizrobe.
Just looking quickly at the map, it looks like we are still missing level 3, but in the White Sword Cave. That's about it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well.
But 25 minutes in, we found practically all of our dungeons. Our runners are thinking, okay, which 5 am I going to clear to get my Triforces? And, we know the ladder's required, but that ladder could be hanging out in 9.
That would be especially cruel if that's what happens. It looks like Dr. J's going to head back into 1 so we can get that Triforce and maybe even find that other item. Though, given the way these levels are looked at, I don't think the ladder is going to be a 9 because we've come across several dungeons that are essentially ladder blocked with levels 4 and 6 being potentially ladder blocks. So I get the feeling the ladder's going to be in one of the dungeons. It's just a matter of which one.
I could still be the White Sword Cave too. We haven't found that. So
that is very true.
That would be another fun thing to find. As we're going to start to see our first West Hyrule dive here.
Yeah, this is where we're going to start seeing. Again, we're looking for level 3, potentially, and the White Sword item. Oh, there's our warp room. I haven't seen that much. One takes us near start. Second one takes us over near the Dead Woods. Where's number 3 take us? Ooh, I think that's Death Mountain.
It is. It's not a horrible set of death roads.
No,
death roads.
not.
Warp roads.
Warp roads. No, that is a pretty good layout. That's going to give them a lot of transportation options there. It's mostly on the west side, but that's still helpful. Dr. J trying to be very careful going through level 1. He wants to try to save as much health as he can for stuff like that Gibdo room and potentially where the item could be located at. There's Mags up there at the top of Death Mountain. Not really going to be helpful this early on. In fact, I'm almost certain Matrix not going to be picking that up anytime soon, if at all, considering he's already got White Sword.
We've seen weirder in this tournament, but I would agree. With 6 hearts at this point, 20, almost 30 minutes in, Magical's probably not on the table.
You kind of have to have a very specific set of circumstances to make Magic Sword viable in most races, from what I've seen. Yep. And there's another, Oh, small secret. Ugh.
It could always be worse. It could have been 1.
True, that's very true. And to be fair, like I said, this is definitely, even with that, we're not looking at a poverty seed. The big secret's 145. That's near max. And the medium secret's about 33, so it's not too bad. Oh, White Sword item was a heart container.
Well, that's exciting.
Collect 6 hearts, hit 1 free!
No one will complain about having that extra heart.
Well, that eliminates White Sword item as potential place for our missing ladder, so the hunt is still on. But we're still looking for that ladder. That is probably priority number 1 for these guys, because they know they're going to get those dungeons clear eventually. That's not the hard part, but they know that they're going to need that ladder to clear most of them, and they're especially going to need that ladder to get to the silvers. Oh, there's a hint room there. All right. What is... It looks like Dr. J's going to go straight for that Triforce. He knows he can't get past it, so he's going to take the Triforce and run as Matrick picks up the letter. Alright, so the hunt is still on. Where are our runners planning to go now? And what will they find? Another medium secret there for Dr. J.
Dr. J's getting up there to the max rupees. We'll see if he decides to procure himself a wonderful blue ring.
Considering we have not found the red ring yet, that's not out of the realm of possibility, though that whammy's not gonna help.
And poor Matrick is out of bombs on Death Mountain. That's the worst feeling.
Indeed. But he's got near full health right now, so he's gonna be doing good on ooh. There's level 7 there, and we've got ourselves a Aquamentus. And another small secret there for Matrick. And he's going to go ahead and up A back to start.
Not much you can do about that. You're out of bombs on Death Mountain. A death up there just really just irritates you. You might as well up A and just go back and come back later, hopefully. Or not, in this case. You may not need 3.
No, that's very true. Well, we are going to check one of the 2 wrap spots. We haven't seen this yet. Oh, we found a blue rupee. Yeah, with 254 for the blue ring, I will be amazed if anyone actually saves up and holds enough money for that. That is way too expensive.
If you stumble at it and you have the rupees, it's definitely not a bad purchase, but still, yeah, it's expensive.
Nice screen wrapping there for Matrick, getting around a lot of these enemies. And Dr. J doing some clever dodging there to get past those red dark nuts. Trying to bomb them out so he can open that shutter door. Bit of a tricky situation there, especially since you never know which way a dark nut's going to go.
He's also checking to see if it's a drop. The shoot rooms tend to have drops in them quite frequently.
So who's going to find the next big play here? Ooh, there's the compass there for 7. The Triforce is literally right above him, but he's going to dig around a little bit. He wants to find a staircase. As Matrick now heading into level 2, now is a really good time to check this since he does have the white sword. He can check through a lot of these enemies here. There's the map, but he cannot get to it since it is ladder blocked.
Excellent dodging there by Dr. J to get out of that blue darknet room as he finds there's no bomb wall there. Gotta find another way.
Playing Hyrule's favorite game show, Find That Bomb Hole. Good news. Have some rupees for some arrows. Glad he gets them back.
I'm getting a word in chat. We missed it because we were looking at what was in Upper Death Mountain, but it appears that the power bracelet was in 1, and Dr. J picked it up.
Ah! Okay, so I will go ahead and mark that then. We have to keep a close eye on what Matrick finds here in 2.
Well, he finds a shoot room.
Oh, shoot. And he's going to up A out of there. We will have to wait till later to see what's in 2. 2 may potentially be ladder blocks, it's looking like. So that ladder is becoming more and more important as this game goes on. Oh, we found level 9!
I mean, you're never unhappy to know where it is at this point. The last thing you want to do is be missing something like the power bracelet or the recorder and be like, I don't know where 9 is.
Exactly. All right, Matrick gonna start looking along the coast. There's another potion shop there. And he just went back in and was like, wait, I have this. Ooh, 56 for red potions. That is a steal. There's another area we have not seen much of, is the lower end of the coast. We find a wood shield for 155, not too bad. He's going to pick up some more bombs as Dr. J picks up his Triforce in 7. Now our runners are pretty much tied up. Dr. J has the advantage with the power bracelet, though not much of one, while at the same time, Matrick has a small advantage with the white sword, so it's pretty evened up when you look at things. And Matrick gonna go ahead and dive into level 8. And I think... And holy cow, Dr. J actually did pick up the blue ring, and I think Matrick might have done the same. I know, but definitely Dr. J now has blue ring in hand. Oh, never mind. He took a hard death there.
Yeah, from what we've seen from the seed, we're in for a little bit of a trip here. We've got to find the ladder to get into a lot of these dungeons. And it looks like it could be buried in some place that you don't really want to be.
Yeah. Level 8 might be a potential spot because there's 2 items in here. If there's a good place to find an item like that, it's going to be here. But with how crazy level 8 can be, I mean, look at that map. You can tell it's going to be tricky.
Matrick already has a good percentage of it explored, but like I said, dark nuts, wizrobes. We've seen plenty of nasty stuff that even though the dark nuts rolled low, you still have to deal with them.
Yeah. Ooh, nice use of the bombs there to take out that red wizrobe. We got Pulse Voices here in 2.
Dr. J wishing he had bought arrows instead of that blue ring.
Yeah, that's coming back to bite him, especially with as many Pulse Voices we've got hiding out here in 2. Remember, any one of those rooms could be an item room because if they could drop. So he's gonna have to go through and carefully kill all of these Pulse Voices because I believe an item can still drop even in a shutter door room. So you want to make sure you clear those out.
And Matrick avoiding the dreaded Dig Dugger block here, so finds a bomb wall. And what could be an item room here with the push block.
Indeed, and Dr. J getting a lucky break, finding a stopwatch there in 2. Oh, and we do have a staircase, because what item we have here? Oh, it's Lord Banana!
Hey, pick that up, I'm hungry.
Alright. Oh, just a 5 rupee drop after killing all those Polish voices. Oh my
Very fitting sprite for these lovely
I was not prepared for that.
Metric's got to be careful. 2 bombs and 1 heart, and these troll dongos can definitely be a problem. Oh, and he takes
I don't
the
like
death.
that.
I lost 2 bombs and the life.
I'm sorry. I was not expecting the Dodongos to have a troll face. That caught me completely off guard.
That's amazing what some of the runners have been able to do with these sprites. I love seeing them. They are sometimes very hard to track or commentate, but they are a lot of fun to see them run with.
Yep. Give and take on that. And another whammy from Matrick, not finding anything. Where is that ladder?
Dr. J's taking advantage of that power bracelet out of 1. He's going and hitting at the power bracelet spots as fast as possible, trying to... at this point, we have to assume he's seen most of the levels. Probably not 5 or 4. Definitely hasn't seen the white sword item yet, so he's definitely looking for those things. And Matrix back into 1, so he's going to be looking for his power bracelet.
Indeed. Also, I got a comment on Palin BN in the chat. Yeah, I've seen the Final Fantasy IV randomizer. I know I've never commentated it, but I've seen a few races that I know what you're referring to. Good God. There's been a few of those that completely caught me off guard and got a good laugh out of me.
That's another fun one that you can catch here on Randomania. The weekly is Monday nights at 9 p.m., and they have the Road to the Zeromus League. I believe they're in the round of 32 still. Those matches are happening all over the place. Bang FF4R if you want more information on that.
Dr. J gonna check the other Raspot, just a potion shop, unfortunately. Not what he was hoping for.
Matrick on half a heart's gonna, peek in here with these traps and these enemies and try to bomb them out of here. Decided to take that potion.
Probably a smart idea. I'm almost certain he would not have survived if he hadn't taken that. I think it's a key for his trouble. Given how low he is on keys, that's not a bad thing.
That's one thing we've seen a lot of in this tournament is keys are a problem. You go in and these dungeons with a lot lower resources than you would normally, only diving 5 of them for your Triforces, and we've had runners have to dip out of 9 to buy keys.
Makes sense. I mean, unless you get lucky and find the any key, you're gonna have to work with what you got, and that can create a lot of problems. And given that you're gonna be completely avoiding dungeons, there's always a good chance you could pass up that any key easily. So makes sense that could be a problem.
Matrick takes another hug, loses another bomb in the process. That's always unfortunate. It's bad enough to take the death, but it's even worse that you set that bomb there.
All that work for nothing.
I know we both missed it, so I'm not sure which room the power bracelet's in, but I think it was one of these down in the bottom quadrant here.
So it's always in one of the harder rooms. Ooh, here's something I haven't seen: the upper waterfall cave. Oh, just a cheap bait shop. There we go. Got the key. Just gotta watch out for those traps.
Have we seen the bait block yet? I don't think we have.
No, we have not. We have not seen the bait block.
So
Makes
that
me
bait
worried.
may still be required.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that makes me a little worried because that might come up in 9, or it could come up in level 3 once we inevitably find it.
Or it could be hidden somewhere deep in 8 or 7, blocking our items.
That is very true. Ooh, and another whammy there for Dr. J. Losing more and more rupees by the minute.
Well, it does look like Dr. J's made it up to Death Mountain finally, so should be there. It is. There's the extra heart container. Now he's getting close to the potential magical sword. It rolls 10 to 14, I believe. So
that is correct. Oh, the key guarded by a manhandler. He's just gonna take that key and say, "See ya."
Now, since Matrick was out of bombs, if Dr. J finds level 3 up here, if he finds the recorder or uses these any roads, he may come back up to 3 and pick up Magical Sword on his way to the last Triforce, potentially.
Yeah, considering he has not found White Sword yet, that could be an option for him. I mean, I'm sure both of these runners could handle Wood Sword Ganon if they had to, but if you've got the chance to get White or Magic Sword going into level 9, you're going to want to take that.
As long as it's not too far out of the way. But yeah, if you've got the hearts to take it, you want to grab it if it's in your way. You have to assume your opponent did as well.
You always have to assume everything your opponent is doing. You have to. It's part of the fun of these races is the guessing game. What has your opponent done, or what do you think they've done, and whether or not it's going to be worth it to do certain gambles if you think your opponent's got an advantage on you. There's the power bracelet.
You know, Matrick's not terribly thrilled to find that, but you know, it's an item off your list. It's a dungeon off your list. You're not having to worry about coming back to.
Plus, there's still a couple power bracelet spots I don't think we've checked yet, so those could still come into play.
Oh, but they won't, because Dr. J has found level 3.
Yeah. Surprised we haven't found that sooner. That's right near start.
Well, I do think we've had bomb issues most of the seeds so far, so
fair point. But he's gonna dip into 3 here. Hoping to find an easy item. We still haven't found too many good item spots yet, so this could be a good... If there's any good dungeon early, it's one of the earlier ones. 3 would be a good place to find an item. Oh, that's not a good sign. We've got ladder blockage. Thankfully, I think we can get around that, so it's not too big of a deal, but still, the less of those you have, the better. Yeah, CCX, I think in terms of locations, you're done there. You just gotta worry about items now. That must be a weight off your shoulders.
Good news is it looks like there was a way around that ladder block for now.
For now.
Matrick's going to dive back into 6. Explored about half of it. Definitely wouldn't hurt to get the Triforce. If you can find the item, that'd be good too.
Especially, again, if it's that ladder that they're still hunting for. More Troldongos. Dr. J having a little bit of trouble with that blue whiz rope since he's only got wood swords, so he's got to play a little hit and run tactics on this guy. There we go.
And Metric doesn't get a pushable block, he gets a compass instead, so he now knows where that Triforce is hiding.
Looks like he's almost immediately gunning for it too. He knows.
At this point, I think that's the right play. Get the Triforce out of 6. If you stumble into the item, grab it. But if not, get out of 6. Get your third Triforce. Oh no!
Oh, so much for that plan. We got a push block. Oh, we got a staircase in 3. What's the item? It's the wand. Not too bad.
That'll definitely help Dr. J out here, being just a wood sword. The wand will do 2 hits worth of damage, and also gives him some range, so he'll be able to handle some enemies a little bit further away.
Indeed.
Won't help you with Bull's Voice or Whiz Robes. Well, it'll sort of help you with Bull's Voice. You just have to get up close.
Looks like a 2-headed Gleeok here. Fortunately, he couldn't. That Gleeok was out for blood.
I think that was more of a, I found the item, I'm going to kill this and see if the Triforce is on the other side. If I die, okay, we'll find something else.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume level 6 is ladder blocks, because I don't think Magic's going to be able to get anything else out of this, though. He's found a staircase, most likely a transport, considering how early it is. That might take him in that direction and could lead him towards the item if it's a good check.
I think he's been in this one, so it's going to take him down to the bottom.
That could work him around that ladder block, though. And again, there's still the potential of leading him to the item room. Oh, and Dr. J has found the Triforce in 3.
So we've had a Triforce lead change now. Dr. J at the 51-minute mark has his third, and Matrick has his second still, working on getting his third if he can find a way around this ladder block. Be it the ladder in 6, or...
No, he's cut off! Caught off on all fronts. That is the end of his run in level 6 thus far. There's no way around it. You have to have the ladder to get that Triforce. So let's see. We know 2 is essentially ladder blocked. 4, 6, and 8. There's very few levels that aren't ladder blocked in some capacity.
And J-Money, I'm not disagreeing with you. Whoever finds the ladder first definitely has a huge advantage at this point. I wouldn't necessarily say wins the seed, but it definitely tips the odds in their favor. 9 can still be extremely evil.
There is a reason we call level 9 the Great Equalizer. You could have a killer performance the entire race, find everything immediately, just have basically what we call a jet seed, and then you get to 9 and you just get completely stomped. Whether it be enemies that just kill you left and right, especially those dreaded Patras, or it's just because of how large of a dungeon 9 can be, just how easily you could get lost and run out of resources to boot.
That and the fun games like Find the Bomb Hole or Find the Magical Staircase come into play as well.
Exactly. So there is no such thing as a guaranteed win when it comes to these kind of races.
Now Dr. J's got his compass in 5. Is he going to find the way to the Triforce?
Oh god, people's asking about it. No, folks, this is not a Shade Seed. I have always classified a Shade Seed as a bunch of items early on. Like, we would say, within the first 5 minutes, 1 item away from go mode. Right now, we are not 1 item away from go mode.
Technically, we kind of are.
I would say finding a bunch of items. Like I would say within the first 5 to 10 minutes, finding red ring, white sword, bow, raft, and a couple other items here and there, and then get stuck on like 1 or 2 items later on. That is a shade seed.
Right now, Dr.
This is just a
J's
troll seed.
got a push block and key to get that Triforce.
Yeah.
And he finds his white sword in 5.
That was where the white sword was. Oh, and Magic, he's found the ladder at 7!
And the race is on.
Indeed! That is exactly what Matrick was looking for. His seed just opened up wide. So level 7 is the key. And he's gonna go
right back to 6. Yeah, that's
that one's personal for him after all that digging he did.
And I can't blame him. I'd be irritated at this point. Give me my Triforce.
Speaking of Triforces, Dr. J continues his lead, getting the Triforce out of 5. And it's the recorder in 6. And Chad brings up a very good point. Yeah, Dr. J has already found the Triforce in 7. It may be a while before he considers going back. So this could be interesting. He's found level 4 now, so he's gonna consider digging into that. But yeah, Triforce. So that was a lucky call by Matrick. He decided 7 was his best bet, but he has now got his silver arrows. So I think I can safely say this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you check your watches, your phones, your timekeeping devices at this time, you will find that Matrick is officially in Go-Mo time. Because with that, he does not need any more items. He can, if he wants to dig for something like red ring, he can, but I think he's already got blue, and he's got everything he needs to complete their seed, so this is full go mode here for Matrick. Oh, and it's the any key in 2! As if he needed anything else, that is it! That is a huge find for Matrick on top of everything else. Okay, so confirmed, Matrick does not have a ring of any kind, but again, he's got white sword, he's got silvers, he's got the any key. I don't think he's going to be too inclined to be digging for the red ring if he can unless he just happens to stumble across it in 9. There's the compass, and he's not too far off on the Triforce here in 2, so he's going to be gunning for that. All right, so Dr. J, CCX thinks that Dr. J may have finally discovered what he needs to do. If he goes back into 7, he has a chance. There's the Triforce in 2, and sure enough, Dr. J is back in 7. He is on the right track, and considering he's still got he's pretty tight on Triforce. If he moves quickly enough, he could still catch up here. This race is far from over, folks.
Oh, definitely.
So while you're away, we should note that we have found not only the recorder in 6, but the any key in 2.
Oh, this seed's definitely started to shape up once we found that ladder.
Yeah, this seed blew up wide now. So both of our runners only need to find 1 Triforce remaining. Unfortunately, they are all ladder blocked. as far as Dr. J is concerned, he has to get that ladder out of 7 before he can get the last Triforce shard. Matrick, on the other hand, does still have level 3 available. He could go to complete that and finish this if he could find it. But he's going to go back into 5. Once he completes this, he will have his final Triforce shard. He will be ready to go into 9. And that won't be too difficult.
At this point, going back into 5, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he's dug some of this out.
He has, because he's got his white sword. This was in 5. That was in 5.
Oh, so the white sword was right next to the Triforce room. It was there was a key door down, if I remember correctly.
Something like that, yeah. Or one across, but now he's got the any key, so he can just say, "To heck with the hell of these Dodongo." Well, he's gonna stock up with some bombs, which is not a bad call. You want to go in with as many bombs as you can. That's one thing we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen a bomb upgrade room.
We have not.
But I don't think we're going to, because that is it for Matrick. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the rundown. We are going to be looking for 3 things. Or we're going to be looking for there's 2 major things that they're going to be looking for. First thing first, of course, they're going to be looking for Ganon, as Dr. J finally gets his ladder out of 7. And of course, they're looking for the princess. There are 3 hint rooms that contain one of 4 types of hints: the location of the beast, the location of the kidnapped, the location of the monster holding the compass, or the monster that's holding the compass, and of course the location of the silver arrows, which is the one hint they do not want. Actually, no, I think the hints have been replaced.
No, you're right. The hints are still there. You need the book to read them.
Oh, that's why I've been seeing that. But
so one of the flags that Fred introduced with the new version of the randomizer is the book is now somewhat useful. You can have the option for the book to let you understand the old men. You can also have the option to let the book be an atlas. So you find the book, you find all the maps. So that's a new feature that's been added for this tournament. It's definitely put in some new wrinkles, such as, it still makes your wand shoot fire. So do you pick the book up early and hope you don't find the wand? Do you not care if you find the wand? To buy the hints, which could be helpful or could be stuff you already know.
Yeah. All right. So that makes it so unless we find the book here in level 9, those hints are useless. That explains a lot. Again, this is new to
compass, so that's not going to be too much of a problem of finding Zelda. Now we just got to find the pig.
Indeed. Now, so what we're going to be listening for is we're going to be listening for the roar of Ganon. If we hear that roar, then we know that Matrick will be 1 room away from the beast. So he'll definitely be listening out for that. We're also, now that we have the compass, we're going to know where Zelda is. So they'll just have to find their way in. They'll be looking for a single shutter door that, after killing Ganon, will open automatically even if there are enemies in the room.
And look at where Zelda is. That's not too far from start. There might be a decent way to get there, or it might be an absolute nightmare.
Level 9 can be quite the troll when it wants to be. We also know that there are 2 item rooms in this dungeon, and there are also 6 sets of transport staircases here in level 9 for a total of 14 staircases total. And that can get you turned around real fast if you're not careful.
And Matrick's lead is now next to nothing, just a couple of minutes ahead of Dr. J into 9. The race to the pig is on.
And this is why we call level 9 the Great Equalizer. If Dr. J takes the right path and finds Ganon first, and ends up finding the princess first, he could steal this race from out of nowhere. So do not count Dr. J out of this race by any means.
And we're both looking very good on money for arrows, okay on bombs, and we both have the any keys, so resources shouldn't be a huge problem.
No. It's simply going to be a matter of luck. Of going the right direction and just coming across that roar. Of course, Dr. J will want to, if he can get that compass, that'll help. Then again, he may not need it. He may just stumble across the room where the princess is being held. Now, the one advantage, that other advantage Dr. J has, as chat points out, is Dr. J has the blue ring. Matrick does not. So a Ganon driver could throw Matrick off. Because that's a lot of damage Ganon can do.
I didn't see if Dr. J had a potion. I do believe Matrick still has one blue potion left.
Indeed, so we'll have to see if that helps is enough to compensate for the lack of a blue ring. Still no sign of Ganon. Oh, and a dark room here for Matrick.
Now remember, since we're not in shapes, there are dark rooms in Vanilla 9, so just because a room turns dark doesn't mean we have Ganon hiding in here, like in shapes where there are no dark rooms.
Yeah, still a force of habit for me. I'm used to the shape setup. I shouldn't be, because I've done non-shapes run commentaries, so... But we're still looking for staircases. Still a couple items. We could still find that red ring floating around here somewhere. That is going to be somewhere hiding in level 9. But what else we could find is a mystery.
We're seeing kind of a bit of a divergence here. Matrick choosing to take more of the staircases and Dr. J taking more doors. So this definitely could lead us astray.
Indeed. And hello, Patra. You can see, oh, and that lack of a blue ring already costing Matrick, taking a debt to the Patra. This buys more time for Dr. J to keep searching the way he is and potentially come across Ganon. Not one showing its usefulness here, giving him some extra range to deal with those blue dark nuts.
And there's that compass.
There goes, yep, there goes what little advantage Matrick may have had. So now the race is on. Who is the first to find the pig? All right, Dr. J continuing his search there, and I think they were actually pretty much in. No, they were high-fiving there for a second. Time to play another game of Find the Bomb Hole, and it looks like Dr. J did find something, so he's going to continue searching. Ooh, another bomb pick up there for Dr. J. Dr. J getting very close to the location of the princess. Still no sign of Ganon, though. Still no item rooms to look for, either. Could this be an item staircase. Could this be an item? Nope, just a transport. I think
it looks like we have a path.
Yeah.
Essentially.
We now know how to get to Zelda. The question is how do we get to the beast?
Well, the other question is there a door on the other side of that room?
It's around one Patra, and Patrick only to find another. And he's getting his blue potion, and he knows he cannot afford to take a hit. He's going to heal up. So that means that if he doesn't go in again and with full health, that advantage that he had with the potion is gone.
Oh, and into another Patra.
Jeez, 3 patches in a row. And here's the worst part. Because of these Patras, their cries drown out the roar of Ganon. So if Ganon is in the next room, we have no clue.
But it's just an old man that's not very helpful right now.
No habla inglés? No habla inglés? Oh, man. Oh, and more sync action here from our runners. They're both in the same location. But again, taking different routes, so it's a bit more of a high five.
Dr. J having that wand, able to smack Patra around a little bit better, using both the wand and the white sword at the same time to deal double damage to those flying orbs.
Yep. Patchers are, without question, some of the worst bosses in the game because of just how much damage they can do and how hard it is to hit them. You can see just how devastating they can be in this dungeon.
But the nice thing is, for Dr. J, is getting rid of these Patras will make sure that he doesn't have to see them again.
Yeah, once they're taken out, they are taken out permanently. So if you have the ability to do so, take the extra time and take out a Patra if you can. I'm sure by now he's getting sick of them.
And Matrix now found the route to Zelda.
Oh, and Dr. J has found Ganon!
Hey, look, guess the ladder's still important here.
Yeah. All right, so I believe it's 8 hits with the white sword, if I remember correctly. Oh, no!
It is 8 hits with the white sword, but unfortunately, Ganon's going to send Dr. J back to start and out to look for a refill on health or a potion.
Yeah. Like I
Chat's
said,
pointing out, those Patras drove Matrix away. There was a bomb hole in that third Patra room that turned out to be the path to Ganon.
Indeed, and I think that might have just given Dr. J enough time because he's, Matrix's going to take his time going back to that location. He doesn't want to deal with those Patras, but he's going to have to if he has any hope of taking out the beast.
Dr. J using a nice little trick there. If you go to the fairy fountain and up A right as it starts filling up, it'll continue to fill up as you go back to start. So he's going to go back into 9 with as close to full health as the overworld will let him.
Indeed.
Neither runner having a potion in here, so it won't take much of Ganon to take you out in this situation. This Matrix, I believe, has made it back to that 3 Patra party.
And I think he's starting to realize he has to go through here. So he's going to take these Patras out as best he can. But again, he is running on green mail. He has no rings. So he has no defense going in. So not only can these Patras do a lot of damage, but if he's not going in again with full health, it's not going to take much for him to get taken out. They have not found that much health in this run. They're, especially Matrix, who's running on 7 hearts right now, whereas Dr. J is on 8. And he also has blue ring. So this is definitely advantage Dr. J right now.
Matrix just getting out of the room right before he needs to bomb to the left here. He doesn't know it yet. But that Patra's going to play defense over here, and he's going to have to be careful.
Absolutely. And the thing is that he doesn't actually know that Ganon's over here. He just has a good idea, whereas Dr. J knows exactly where Ganon is. So he's going to beeline it straight there.
And the other key is Dr. J's only going to have to see one of those Patras. But he's going to have to deal with these blue and annoying dark nuts.
Never fun. All right, Dr. Matrix finally getting this Patra down. Now, I don't think Patrick took out all the Oh, that's where you need right there. Is a nice, good health refill.
Now, Dr. J took out...
Oh, no! Matrick just wasted his last bomb!
Oh, no. And in the wrong room.
Yeah, he's gonna need a bomb in order to continue, and he doesn't know it yet. At this point, if Dr. J can remembers how to get to Ganon, this could be his race to lose. Oh, maybe not. Matrix got himself a bomb drop. If he goes back over there, he could come back from this. But I don't think he realizes that's where he's got to go. He's trying to avoid it. Yeah, Dr. He's taking the staircase because he knows this one should take him back to the Patcher rooms. Yeah, he's well on his way now. He knows exactly where he's going. And he can just walk right past that Patra. See you later. I'm dealing with your boss today. Now he's going in with full health. Full complement of arrows thanks to a max rupee count. Blue ring, white sword.
But
he's already taken one cannon driver. Oh, no! Cannon driver to the face! Oh! He stood in the absolute worst spot, too. That's the thing. That's what cost him. He stood right there where Ganon was going to pop up, and he just wailed on him.
Yeah, that's definitely a rude way to fight Ganon. You didn't even get a chance to swing your sword before you were down to one hit left. So this time we're going to have to get back there with the 4 hearts we've got, and hopefully we'll pick some up on the way. Hyrule Driver is still going to do enough damage to cause problems.
And he's going to hope he can get a fairy drop off one of these blue dark nuts or whatever enemies he can come across along the way. Oh, and Matrick taking a death.
So 9 has definitely turned out to be our meat grinder, our great equalizer. It is putting our runners through its paces. Speaking of that, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here tonight, give both our runners a follow, Matrick and Dr. J. They're putting on a great show for y'all.
Absolutely. I mean, considering, an hour in, just a little over an hour in, hour and 15, we're in level 9, and it's just coming down to who can pull off the Ganon kill. That is impressive. Like, certainly much better than I would ever do, so props to these guys. Yeah, one thing you will never see me do is I will call out a runner for a mistake, but I will never insult them or call them a bad runner, because any one of these guys could whip my tail in a heartbeat by any day of the week.
Oh, definitely. This tournament's had a lot of great talent in it. A lot of new runners, a lot of veteran runners coming together to put on just an outstanding tournament as Dr. J's making his way back to where Ganon is, and Matrick's trying to make his way over and find that magic bomb hole.
He's trying to find any way he can to get past that Patra, not knowing that you have to go through that Patra, those Patras, to get to Ganon. He missed that spot. That one bomb hole is keeping him from victory and buying Dr. J more time to try again until he finally gets that kill. Round 3, fight! He's gonna wait in that corner. Oh, cutting it close. Trying to get that stun lock in, but it's not easy. You got to be near frame perfect to keep that stun lock on him. Trying to avoid those fireballs.
Half a heart.
Oh, come on. Oh, he couldn't hold it. He cannot take another hit. And oh, no!
And back to start.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of those times where, I think the right play is to get out, go buy the potion. You have the 255 rupees. I know you're sitting here going, my opponent's got this. My opponent's in the same room as I am. You're thinking this at an hour and 18 minutes that where's the dot done? But I think you have to step out and buy that potion here.
Yeah, you have to swallow your pride there and just go for it.
Now, if he were to buy the potion, it gives him, almost triple health if he fills up and makes it there on full health. Whereas his opponent right now has only got full health, potentially going into the Ganon fight if he can get through these Patras.
Speaking of, Matrick is right there. He just has to get past this one Patra, and he's there. But this Patra is not letting up on him. Oh, he cannot take a single hit. All right, this is the room, and he's checking it. There's the bomb hole. All he has to do is go down. I'm sure he's going to hear the roar. Going to go up just in case. Not going to find anything there, and he's going to go down. He hears it. He knows it's close. And now it's Batrick's turn.
With 3 hearts this time. Here's Ganon.
Oh, and again, he cannot take any Ganon drivers. Even at full health, I don't think he can even take a single Ganon driver. Oh, that's close.
And you're at the point where you can't take another hit.
And he does. Down goes Matrick. Ganon is on a tear today. He is out for blood.
And it looks like Matrick might be making that decision, step out, buy a potion, and go back in.
Considering the potion up is literally right there, it is not a significant time loss for him.
And I don't know if Dr. J bombed that spot. I don't think he did.
He never got the letter. He has no
he
letter.
didn't get the letter. He's not going to have... Oh, that's even worse.
He will have... That's why he's not going for it, because he does not have the letter. So he can't even get a potion unless he just happens to know where a take any room is that he hasn't used yet, which I'm pretty certain he does not have any left, or at least does not know of any left.
I assume he got that when he went up to Death Mountain, but I guess I missed that.
All right, round 4 for Dr. J. He is trying to play it safely. He tried to get the stun lock, but all he's getting is a Ganon driver.
Ganon's just not wanting to stay in one place for these runners.
No, he is not. Can he get it? Oh! Timed it a little too late there. And down he goes. You gotta imagine Dr. J is severely frustrated right now as he is finally heading out.
He's probably going to fill his health again. Yeah.
He's probably going to go to the fairy fountain.
It's not the wrong play here, especially knowing that you're not going to have a potion. Go back to full health and keep going. You don't know where the letter is. There's not much you can do unless you want to go find the letter, and I don't think our runners want to do that in 9.
No, actually, if you look on the map, we can see where the letter is at Vanilla Max.
When we see Matrick getting that potion ready, he's going to try to get through this Patra. At this point, I would just kill this Patra. Knowing that the potion's right there, I would just get rid of this thing.
Yeah, because right now, I don't think the potion's going to be enough to help him now. I think a single Ganon driver and Matrick's out. Oh, wait a minute. Matrick's got him hold. He's got the stun lock. Oh, but he couldn't quite hold it enough. But he's going to go ahead and potion up. This could be it. As long as he doesn't take too many hits, he might be able to pull this out.
One more hit, and
He's got it! There's the silver shot! This could be Matrick's race! Oh, and Dr. J's going back into 3. He's looking for items.
He's looking probably for the red ring at this point.
I think he is.
Or heart containers.
And I don't think he's going to find it in time because Matrick already knows how to get to Zelda. It's over. At this point, Matrick can't lose.
Things could happen technically, but yeah, it's pretty much is to win.
It would take a bloody miracle for Matrick to lose at this point, considering Dr. J's now back out looking for items again.
Hey, we've seen runners forget to save up a retry on accident, lose all of their progress. That would be brutal.
I see what Dr. J was doing. He was looking for heart containers.
It's not a horrible plan at this point. You don't have the potion. Ganon's just making you miserable. You find the red ring, heart containers, something to get you some support. I understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand the logic behind it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a case of it might be too little too late, because Matrick pretty much has an idea of where to go. He has the compass, and he's been close to that shutter door, so all he has to do is make his way back there, and this race is over. All right, so Matrick looks like he's a little lost, but he's close. He is close to where Zelda's hiding. He's checking his map. He's trying to find a preferred route to get to the princess. Oh, Dr. J is right there. He is right there. There's the shutter door.
But unfortunately, Ganon is still torturing him.
Yep. And I think chat's right. I think Dr. J is looking for items. He knows there's 2 items in this dungeon that he has not found, so he's trying to find anything that could give him an advantage, give him that edge he could use. Oh, but I think it might be too late. Look where Matrick is. There's the shutter door. It's open. He is heading in. And ladies and gentlemen, Matrick has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Now get your GGs out, Chad. That's a great race put on by Matrick. And Dr. J doing a good job here of catching up and getting into 9 and putting on quite a show here. Just a little bit of issues with dealing with the wonderfully annoying Ganon. I'm going to see if we can get Matrick here in the commentator booth to talk about that seed and let him know how close. And with that sound, we have Matrick. GG's.
Hey.
So how about that ladder?
Really? That whole seed hinged on that ladder. The entire thing did.
We noticed.
Yeah, I mean, that whole seat hinged on the ladder. I saw it earlier. I was like, man, dude, ladder block, ladder block, ladder block. Are you kidding me? This is going to be one of these seeds, isn't it? Silvers are ladder block. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's an embarrassing number of deaths, too, by the way. I died so many times because I never found the wood sword. I have no idea where it was. I never found it.
So
Vanilla 1.
It was Vanilla 1.
Yeah, I never went there.
So your opponent, Dr. J, found it right about the same time you dove 5 and found the white sword.
White sword. Okay. You know what I was doing is I kept going in these dungeons. I kept praying, white sword, white sword, white sword, and then I get in 5 and I just laughed out loud. It was worth it. I mean, I bought those arrows right away, and I thought to myself, this could be really stupid if I find the ladder early. But I ended up making so much use of those arrows.
We
carried me
noticed.
through that whole thing.
We noticed that, yeah. So let me give you the full item rundown of what we do know, because there's still 4 items unaccounted. Well, make that 3, because we just found the red candle in 9.
I didn't get either of the item staircases. I only found every single one of the transport staircases. I did not find either one of the items. I'm looking at my map right now, and there's only so many places left it could be.
Yeah, here's the full runner right now. We know Armos item was the raft, Coast item was the silvers, White Sword item was the heart container. Level 1 had the bow and the power bracelet. Level 2, the any key. Level 3, the wand. We never found the item in 4. 5 had the White Sword. 6, the recorder. 7, the ladder. 8 was Lord Banana. We never found his magical counterpart, and we never found the other item in 8. And we just, Dr. J just found the red candle in 9, but we still are 1 item unaccounted for there as well. So we're still missing, let's see, the magic boomerang, the red key, and the book.
No, I had the magic key.
The red ring.
Oh, the red
ring. Red ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic boomerang, the red ring, and the book. Those were the 3 items we still never found.
Yeah, I never found the 3rd dungeon at all. I don't know where it's at. I never found level 3.
It's one right above Vanilla Start.
Oh, okay. I didn't have bombs when I went through that area.
Exactly.
It was the last dungeon that Dr. J found as well.
Yeah, once I found that ladder, I was like, okay, now that I have the ladder here out of 7, I can grab the Triforce in 6, I can grab the Triforce in 5, and I can clear 2. Let's go. Boom. Move.
Yeah, you were in go. You were the first one in go mode. Both of you, you both got to level 9, probably about a few minutes aside from each other, not very far apart. The thing that killed Dr. J, even though he actually went and bought the blue ring, Ganon has just been brutal to him.
So to catch you up, Dr. J's fought Ganon 4 times, I think, before you fought him the first time.
So funny about that. Okay, so I knew that Ganon had to be on that left edge. Here's the problem. I thought, and the way that I had marked my map, because I never once pressed the start button, that those staircases were on the left. So I bombed the right in every single one of them. And then when I went back on the staircases on the other side that were right next to them, I kept bombing left, because I thought there was a hallway between the 2. I didn't realize it until I had cleared the whole thing, and then I'm looking around and I'm going, this is impossible. According to my map, I've heard everywhere. Where the hell could Ganon be? And I looked and I went, oh no, I've been bombing the wrong spot. Crap. And then I ran down there and found it like that. But yeah, I ran around forever because I just couldn't find a way to the left edge, because I thought I was looking for an area between the 2. And yeah, I just couldn't believe it. As soon as I did it, I went, oh my god. I feel like I deserve to lose that race. I really do. I feel like I deserve to lose that. But.
So yeah, you died in that patch room right where that bomb wall was, and about 20 seconds later, Dr. J bombed that wall.
That was a nasty Patra hallway.
3 Patras back to back to back. That was nuts. That's what we thought. We thought you just were trying to avoid all those Patras. That's why we thought you didn't go that way.
Well, I was at first. I wanted to get to the end of the hallway, and then there was nothing there, and I was like, ow.
Yeah, so it turns out the biggest play of the game was getting the letter.
Yeah.
As that gave you the opportunity to go right 1 screen down, buy your potion, and go back and just take care of Ganon. Unfortunately for Dr. J, he made it up to Death Mountain, but I think he saw the magical sword and took an untimely death up there and just never made it back up to finish. He found 3 and was done.
He never got the ladder. He never got the letter then.
Yeah, he never found the letter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't planning to do that at first, but then that stupid Patra was in the way, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather just like brute force my way through him, burn a potion, and then just kill Ganon and not worry about it. So let's go. I'll just buy the potion. I have plenty of rupees.
That actually worked out for you in the end. And hey, he has enough rupees. He's maxed out on rupees right now. He just can't. He just has nothing to spend them on. He's already bought the blue ring. Magic Shield ain't gonna do any good. No. And he doesn't have the letter, so he can't get any potions unless he just happens to find one last tickety room he's missed.
Is he just inexperienced fighting Ganon? Because that's not really that bad of a room to fight him in. I don't know. I don't think that room is that difficult to fight him in. There's a lot of rooms that I think that are much more difficult to fight him in. So to have him die 4 times there with a blue ring just makes me wonder if...
Oh, we found the last item and not it's the book.
Ha! Good place for it. Was he looking for the red ring, I'm guessing?
That's what we're guessing he is.
That would be my assumption, yeah.
I should turn the restream on.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out what to do now because he was looking. He had to have been looking for the red ring because it's either because the only other item outside of that now is the magic boomerang, and I'm 99.9% certain he's not looking for the magic boomerang.
No, you know, it was really fortunate that there were so many red dark nuts here in this 9 because you needed about 2,000 bombs to get through this place.
It was a very bomb-heavy 9 for a change.
I think he's given up hope of finding anything else. He does have an extra heart container. He's up to 9 hearts right now. Oh, no. Yeah, he's up to 9 hearts right now.
Yeah,
so I think he's just finally going to go ahead and tank it.
So right about the time you finished, he dove out and picked up a heart container, I think, out of 2.
Wow.
Just looking for anything to help kind of give you, or he grabbed it out of 3. Yeah, he's just looking for anything to help get, an extra driver, an extra fireball, just to give him that chance.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna take on Ganon once again.
And Ganon's he's trying to get him, but he's just getting nothing but fireballs to the face. He's got had a hit, but you can't stun lock him. He just can't get that pattern down.
Unfortunately, he's taking too many fireballs here. Oh, here we go. Nope.
Nope.
Out.
And now he's pretty much done. There it is.
Yeah, it looks like I mean, if what you say is true and he got to Ganon before me, he should have won this race. But it looks like he's just got inexperience because he's not. Normally when you fight Ganon in a room like this, you want to be on the left edge. Then he can't driver you, and you only have to worry about dodging fireballs. But he's hanging out at the bottom. It's almost as if he's unaware of that strategy, which is rough. Because the way he's fighting it, yes, it is a very difficult fight at that point.
Which is weird because I know Dr. J's not a new runner. I remember seeing him in the last couple of tournaments, so yeah. He's not a newbie.
No, I don't think he is either. I'm kind of shocked.
This is the second match of this tournament. Maybe a little bit rusty. I'm not sure if he's been playing a lot in the what we'd call the off season or the Battle Royale season.
Yeah. Battle Royales are very interesting.
They are a lot of fun. So if you're enjoying Zelda 1, but you don't necessarily want to race in the Pinafore tournament, or since we're in the round 2, you don't necessarily care for these flags, we have something called the Battle Royales. There are little mini tournaments. 8 to 10 runners will get a tournament started. All sorts of flags. Right now we have several tournaments going on. So you can drop by the Zelda 1 Discord or Zelda 1 Randomizer Discord and check out those. Those are also featured here on Randomania.
I think at this point he's looking for something. Hopefully, if he can head down to the graveyard, he can get some Vanilla Mags and get that letter, and that might give him the edge, because that's what he needs.
Yeah, I think our tracker CyberChatX is right. He's looking for the letter at this point. It's time.
Unfortunately, he's kind of far from it. He's got a ways to go to get it.
Yeah.
So, Matrick, 1-1 if I'm correct. Anyone that you have seen so far or assume will be in the 1-on-1 bracket with you that you want to face or want to avoid?
Nah. I've raced against most of these guys before a number of times. I mean, I think I've been in every single one of these tournaments so far. And, I mean, even big-time heavy hitters, guys like, Saver and Jam and Unos, I'm not worried about them. I mean, I know that a lot of these guys, some of them are just better players than I am, but even still, I mean, this is rando tournament. All it takes is one wrong guess, one wrong move, and, it turns the entire tide of the game. So
that definitely,
I'm not really concerned. Yeah, I have plenty of confidence in my own abilities. As far as people I'd like to face, there's always guys that that are always fun to face, just because like every time I face off with Dragon Dark, him and I put on a pretty good show. Our races have been very close every time we've raced. Obviously Jam Evil, Cantaloupe, both of those guys are, part of Team Bearded Flex, so I'd love to face off with them at any given time. I know I'm about 95% sure that BT is going to be in the 1-on-1 bracket. He's a buddy of mine. It'd be a fun one to run into. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people that I'd enjoy running against, but there's not really anybody that I don't want to see or anybody that I am like concerned about going up against.
And Dr. J is going to breathe a sigh of relief as he's found the letter finally.
Great success.
Now all he has to do is head to a potion shop, turn that in, and finally get some hope of defeating Ganon at last.
And hopefully he's found that one right below 9.
I was gonna say, does he know that potion shop's there? Did he not pick up the flute?
No, he did not. It's still not marked. He did not find it.
Huh.
Yeah, he didn't get the Triforce out of 6. He did 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. So it doesn't look like he picked up the recorder.
Yeah. That was one of those things that when I got that final Triforce out of 5, it was like, whistle, go, get to 9. Because I found that ladder so late, and it wasn't that far into 7. I just didn't have bombs my first time there. So when I hit it, I thought to myself, I gotta be behind at this point.
And he finds a take any there. He could have gotten the potion out of in the forest. He already, yeah.
He took a hard.
I think he might be going. Oh no, he could have taken the any road up to back to Death Mountain to try to make a play at. Is he at 10 hearts yet? I think so.
Yeah, he's at 10, but I don't think he.
He may not have seen Mags.
No, I know he saw Mags. He definitely saw Mags. I just think he's not concerned about it. He just figures White Sword will be enough.
White Sword,
like I said, most runners
that should be fine.
Yeah, like I said, you have to be in a very specific set of circumstances to really consider picking up Mags. And having White Sword, Blue Ring, and 2 potions, that usually does not equal Mags run.
The only thing I would consider is after how many times I've fought Ganon and not come out of this, 4 hits versus 8, while it's not a lot, you get the Mags, you get it done, you go home.
Yeah.
At this point, though, you're just frustrated.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I don't doubt that for a minute, my friend.
Alrighty, boys. Well, I'm gonna bounce.
Well, thank you again. GG's.
Yeah, congratulations.
I'll be watching as he finishes here, but yeah.
And we look forward to seeing your next match.
Appreciate the short, notice on jumping in for the commentary and the restream and stuff, because up until about 2 hours ago, there was no restream on this, so
definitely
step up like that.
We want to thank Yanni, our restreamer tonight, for stepping in and helping us out, along with CCX for tracking, and again the Shades for co-comming with me.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
And again, give Matrick and Dr. J follow. They run great content like this. They they each are going to have 3 more races. Dr. J is not out of this yet. 3 wins gets you into the bracket, so he's just got to win his next 3 matches.
Oh, good luck to him. Alrighty, guys. Catch you later.
Have a good one, my friend.
Have a good night. As Dr. J makes his way back towards Ganon's room for round 6. This time a little bit better armed with the extra heart container and the potions. Here's Ganon.
This has to be the run. If he kills it after this, I'm gonna call it right now. If he still dies at this, I would not be surprised if we see a forfeit. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he's gonna try to avoid that all he can. But like he has armed himself as best he can. Oh, but I think he's got him now. He's got a stun lock. Can he do it? Yes, he's got him.
Go.
Well, scratch that idea.
Potion not required.
He's gonna be thinking, I did all that work to get that potion, and I didn't even need it after all. God dang it.
As Dr. J makes his way back to Zelda to finish up here, want to run down the schedule. Currently, right now on Speed Gaming, we have Buzz Thunder versus the Alan Heffley. That is being called by Aerodyne X and Fury SK. Tomorrow, we've got quite a lineup of matches. So let me get my calculator out here because I don't do time well. At 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Chrono JJ versus Lady Prismillion. And all of these are restream and channel to be determined at this time. At 8 p.m. Eastern, we have C Falcon versus TA909. At 9 p.m. Eastern, we have J Wade 614 versus Willow Sticks. Also at 9 p.m.
Hold that for a minute because we got to call this now. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. J has finally finished with a time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Get your GGs out for Dr. J, and that will conclude this race. Let's see if we can get Dr. J in here for a quick interview. While we're doing that, I'll finish up the schedule. We've got Lori DeBunikins and Can't Find Bombs at 9 o'clock as well. At 10 o'clock, we have Amazing Toaster versus Karakan VI. Also at 10, we have Random Effect versus Gary and Old Wolf. At 11 p.m., we have Sharky 2107 versus Toasty Muffins. And then finally closing out the night, we have Saver versus Norastra at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. And with that sound, we want to welcome Dr. J, PhD, into the booth. Dr. J, GG.
Give him a second. He's got his mic set up here.
Yeah, gotta get wonderful Discord and push to talk fixed. We'll get that taken care of in just a moment.
So what an amazing race. You know, to think it came down to Ganon.
Came down to Ganon, a little bit of luck, and a bomb wall. How about that?
No kidding. All right, looks like Dr. G is having a little bit of trouble. Check your, make sure your push attack's on there, my friend. Yeah, oh, he's saying he doesn't have permission to talk. Someone, do you have the ability to check to see if he's gone on server mute? There we go.
That's better. Alright, there we go.
So, GG, Dr. J, how about that Ganon fight?
Yeah, if I could have gotten that last one like half an hour earlier the first time I found him, I would have really appreciated that pattern.
Understandable. Oh, man. Yeah, that... I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it was literally that Ganon fight that cost you the race, because you guys were pretty much in 9 around the same time.
Yeah, and when I get there and just... I had threw my head through, I guess, 4 times before I finally left, and then he got me.
Yeah, honestly, I think what it was, and it's funny enough, even though you didn't need it, the one thing that cost you was the fact that you needed a potion. Matrick got that much earlier, so he after he died at least once or twice before going back and getting a potion, and he went right in, and that potion saved him and gave him the win. Otherwise, you probably would have taken it.
Yeah, did you find the letter before that, or did you get it from a ticket?
Yeah, he found that a while ago.
Ooh. I just never went out to that part of Hyrule till the end. Because, I mean, with all the levels that were right on the eastern side, why would you go to the grave if you don't have to?
Yeah, no, it's understandable. Like, I certainly don't blame you for not doing that. It just, unfortunately, in this case, it just cost you. And of course, the other big factor in this, though, it didn't actually hurt you too badly, was the ladder. That ladder just was trolling both of you the entire race.
Oh yeah, that it was buried deeper into 7 after the Triforce. Yeah, that's not nice on the ladder's part there.
Say the least. Still, I mean, you did pretty good. I mean, you know, hour 45, that's still pretty decent, all things considered. I wouldn't be complaining about that.
Oh no, I've won races like this, and there was about time that I lost a race because I was underprepared. Usually my issue is that I over-prepare and take so long doing it, but this time it just came back to bite me.
So, trying to think what else we could ask about this, because this race was back and forth. Like, again, Matt found the ladder first, but you quickly caught up and got to Ganon first, and then of course Ganon happened, and as we already mentioned. So yeah, like, what do you think was, aside from Ganon himself, what do you think was your biggest, the one thing you might change next time you go through another race like this?
Probably early on, be a little more careful going into rooms like the grid one and one that had the traps I kept on running into. Because that just a ton of early deaths there didn't help.
Understandable. It's tricky. You got to play everything by ear because you never know what you're going to find and where. So it's a challenge. So I give you guys credit for pulling these off as quickly as you do, because I sure as hell wouldn't be able to pull this off.
Yeah, these seeds, they can really go either an hour shorter than this or this long. Just depends on what you dig and where you dig it.
Indeed. Any final thoughts before we close out the night?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, well, hey, Dr. J, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed the VOD. Hopefully you have fun, and good luck to you the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, you too.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you heard Noriaster had mentioned the schedule earlier. Make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you also, again, you give Matrick and Dr. J a follow on Twitch. Give all of us a follow here. CCX, myself, Yanni Man, our restreamer, Noriaster, my co-commentator. All of us would appreciate you guys coming out. And in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining us as always. On behalf of everyone here at the Randomania family, my name is The Shades, and we will see you guys next time. Rock on!